Hello there, comrades. Today I'm going to tell you about a unique case that happened to one of my clients. And the culprit is this Tonewinner AD1pa amplifier. You know that I've been to the Tonewinner factory multiple times, talked with the company's director, visited the production line, and saw how they make all of this. So the company is 30 years old for those who haven't watched. A lot of European and American brands are manufactured at their facilities, and then they just rebrand them, change the nameplate, do a redesign, and the price becomes 2 or 3 times higher. But that's a different story. It's understandable that people do what they have to do to get by. But look, this device, which weighs 44 kilograms, which has 300 honest watts at 8 ohms, which has a capacitor capacity of 180,000 microfarads, and the highest quality components in it, because I've taken it apart not once, not twice, and not 3 times. Tricky fins. Well, yeah, the design is, of course, an acquired taste. And honestly, I don't really like it, especially in silver, but in black it's okay. So this device has, getting ahead of myself, a very interesting feature, namely that you can switch it from Class A to Class AB with a button, and it will completely, well, for me, sound different, because Class A is a more drawn-out sound, perfectly suited for jazz, for light music, for instrumental vocal compositions. But when you switch it to Class AB, it of course becomes much faster, much more punchy. Rock sounds completely different. And this ability to switch between classes is really cool, because I know a very extremely small number of devices that can give you that kind of experience. If you can name like 5 of them, please, I'd be very grateful. Please write them in the comments under this video. Well, obviously we can also select speaker A or speaker B here. Unfortunately, it doesn't bridge into mono like, for example, the Bryston 4B Cub, which also has 300 watts on board, but it actually weighs half as much and doesn't have the ability to operate in Class A. But if you want, you can bridge it, let's say, put it in bridge mode and use 2 amplifiers, and then you'd have 600 watts at 8 ohms. This doesn't have that, but it has the main thing. It has very good, high-quality sound, a solid design approach, and it has protection circuits. And look, here's my client who reached out to me. He has many different systems. He's had many speaker systems. And he asked me, he says, Rodian, I need a cool device that will play everything, will be powerful, will be high quality, and at the same time, relatively inexpensive. I don't want to struggle with it like with vintage gear, where one channel starts working poorly, the other one either doesn't work at all, and it's unclear what parts were replaced, or whether it's working the way it was originally intended by the creator at the factory. So what should I pick for him? There were few options, since the budget was around 300,000 rubles, and I recommended this Tonewinner. And imagine my surprise when the person wrote to me saying that this sort of thing had happened.
Rodion, good afternoon. I hooked up the Class AB amplifier yesterday. There's no load on it. It's playing right now. I'm turning up the volume. And there was no volume at all. Well, basically that's it. It went into protection mode. This isn't Class A, it's Class AB. What's the reason?
You've watched the video, so what do you think? Go ahead and write in the comments right now. And you know what I think? I think that when, probably 10 years ago, I sold a Denon 2500 to my client, and he had a similar story happen. When he shorted the positive and negative cables, the Denon turned off and wouldn't turn back on until parts were delivered from Japan. And that took about 2 months. The Tonewinner, please, look, it held up without any problems. What does that tell you? That it's a serious engineering approach. It didn't just shut down like that once for the client. I mean, the client, as I understand it, tried, looked, searched, but in the end, he found it and reconnected the speaker terminals properly. And it started working and began putting out its amazing, cool sound. But if the Chinese stuff were bad, it would have just gone to repair. And I think that, well, it would have been fixed quickly since all the parts are available for Chinese devices. But I can say that, based on my experience, not a single Tonewinner has been brought to me yet. Not one. Unlike the Japanese, Americans, British, Europeans, and even the Greeks, excellent short circuit protection on the input. That is, if your speaker burns out or the crossover, or again, if you just touch the wires together like this, the amplifier will simply shut off and then turn back on afterwards. Have you had any such incidents? Have you ever mixed up the polarity? Or maybe you've had some kind of short circuit? Please write in the comments because, well, in the line of duty, I've seen a lot of things. It's happened that people plugged 110 into 220 and vice versa, and mixed up the phase too. But it's not that scary when you just mix up the plus and minus. But there have been times when people touched them and caused a short circuit, and the devices had to go in for repairs. But this device held up. And speaking of the sound, it's truly top tier. And I'm sure if you have the desire, please, I'd be happy to compare. Bring your vintage device. We've already tried this many times. Just recently, a guy came to see me who was looking for his best sound in Moscow. He went around to a lot of showrooms, top tier, serious showrooms where they just have huge budgets, but he didn't like the sound. He came here to me, listened to this unit, listened to the Morel, and bought it on the spot. He said it was wow, it was cool. But I compared it with the Aragon 8008. There it is, sitting down there. Also a great piece of equipment. Cameraman will show it now. There it is, look, right on the floor. So this thing retails for over 1 million rubles, even more. 200 watts per channel. At the same time, its technical specifications are worse, and we compared them. And, the client left with the Tonewinner. So, go figure, there are only 5 of them left in all of Russia. And I am just certain that if you set this unit up, if you have the space to place it, connect it to a good preamp via balance cables, to a good source, you will get simply incredible high-end sound. And what's more, it will also work without any problems. I mean, it's not, some Chinese car where obviously the batteries start to degrade, or you crash, God forbid, into something, and then you can't get that headlight or bumper. It just sits there and works. But at the same time, it's truly a top-tier item, built according to all the canons of the old school. And the sound here is just wow.